No bad things happen. No bad things happen. No bad things
전쟁은
happen. No bad
끝났다.
things happen. The war's over! Nothing bad happened! Yay! We made it!
하지만 난 아직도 우스꽝스러운 포즈와 자신만만한 얼굴을 하고 있었다.
So this is like right after. This is gonna be so cool. We get to see what he went through.
난 저런 표정은 짓지 않는데. 하지만 팔에 나 있는 털만큼은 역겹게 아주 잘 그렸군. 누가 그린 거지? 유머가 늘었다. 악몽 속에 오래 잠겨 있다 보니 살고 싶어 그렇게 된 모양이다.
쥐사 새끼들은 모조리 참수시켜버려야 돼.
누군가 중얼거리면서 바닥에 가래침을 뱉는 소리가 들린다. 목소리의 방향이 어디로 향했는지는 쳐다보지 않아도 알 수 있었다. 그래서였을까? 속이 메스꺼렸다.
저기요, 괜찮으세요?
어이, 괜찮은 거야?
No, why'd you
영 안 좋아 보이는데?
wake him up from the good part of the memory, not the bad part? Oh, I mean, she doesn't know, but still.
지하철이었는데.
무슨 개소리야?
그래, 여긴 여전히 전쟁터야.
Gregor rummaged around in his pockets for a cigarette out of habit, then froze in place. So he's having a flashback while having a flashback. And they didn't see that flashback, even though we're inside of the ego and the mind of Gregor. How fascinating. No, actually, how fascinating. Because we only get to see the truly powerful emotional part of it, but he still has his own agency, his own self that exists outside of what we're seeing. It must have dawned on him as it did on me. The rest of the sinners seemed to have understood what was happening. Toma is going to grab us and give us a warning any second now.
당신들
Oh, it's getting worse.
토마 씨, 대사가 슬슬 지겨워져서 그런데 우린 미치지도 않았고 노아 폭탄은 안 맞을 거야.
아니.
Instead of elaborating, he points up. Up at the massive hands, the huge whatever that is in the background. It looks insectoid, but it could be anything. We're talking about the city and the smoke wars, after all. I guess there's crazier stuff that we've actually witnessed. What's the worst? Bring it. Bring the worst.
나 살려달라고. 죽고 싶지 않아.
Oh, that's the worst! I could just stomp on him! Toma was crushed to a pulp right before our eyes. There's only one thing to say in a situation like this. Run! We muster up everything we can to run, but the airborne hand is ever persistent and shows no sign of letting up.
다 같이 군죽행이 되겠어. 대책 없어 똑똑한 양반.
Yeah! Gregor, this is your memory of a dream you once had. Fix it!
듣는 중이에요. 심상 속은 변수가 너무 다양해서 섣불리 결정하기 힘들기 때문에.
고민할 것이 뭐가 있겠는가? 진정한 영웅은 어떠한 고난에도 굴복하지 않지.
Yeah! Muscle up, flex up, Don Quixote!
난 묵사발이 되어버린 시체는 옮길 맘이 없는데. 아, 미안 단테. 당신 보고 한 말은 아니야.
I was tempted to snap back at her. But keeping my mouth shut so the group could focus on making a run for it seemed like the sensible thing to do. Yeah, not for their sake, we can always bring them back, but for Dante's sake, it'd be nice if they didn't die for once. They really are messing around with these infinite lives they have. This isn't a video game, guys. Smarten up. It can't feel good to die all these times. What are they doing? Wait. Are we gonna fight the hands? Oh wait, no, never mind. It just took a while to get to the next scene.
당장의 해결책을 물어본 거라면 네, 아직 얻지 못했어요.
Sensible. Don't want to give us false hope.
확실한 건 이 근방에는 황금가지가 존재하지 않는다는 거예요. 그랬다면 단테 씨가 조금 더 적극적인 반응을 보였을 테니.
Does our clock have a hidden compass feature? Me?
장난해? 지금까지 겨우 알아낸 게 그거야?
Heathcliff furrowed his brows, ready to snap at the unhelpful savant. But after a sudden close shave with the massive palm, he began speeding up without a word. They are tracking us down. This feels so much like Gregor's mind trying to reject us because we're not supposed to be here. This feels like an auto response, like an immune response almost. And if we know that this is his ego, that could mean that he's dancing around distortion right now. Because that's sort of what happens when someone starts manifesting their own ego. They get Carmen's voice calling to them, tempting them, forcing them over the cliff. And if they're strong enough willed, they manifest the ego. If they're not, they distort. Just based on my rudimentary understanding so far, and everything that we've seen to this point, I'm sure that there is way more nuance to it. There has to be, because even from the end of Library, we saw there was a lot of variation, a lot of nuance with everything.
그레고르 씨?
No, she's not. God, I hope she's fast.
뭐야? 왜 갑자기 멈춰?
알 것 같아. 이것이 내 세계라면.
Gregor took a breather, then looked up at the sky.
우리들은 저 손을 피하면 안 돼.
기어이 마탱이가 가버렸냐?
그레고르, 확실한가요?
지금까지 뭐 하나 내 의지대로 살아본 적이 없었어.
It does look like a very distinctive hand. He's remembering a specific person because those nails are all the same, and the hands and the feet are all the same. So that is his boogeyman. This has to be the person, probably that woman's voice we heard from before, who was convincing him to cut the apples. It has to be. I can't think of another person that could infiltrate his ego and his mind as much as that woman would.
이건 역시 저항 자체가 무의미한 공간이라는 거겠지. 그렇다면 저항을 그만두는 게 해답일지도 몰라.
진심이냐? 다들?
별다른 방법이 없잖아요. 다들 지쳤다고요.
I guess it was going to happen eventually. You get tired after a while, so why not die on your own terms? And don't worry, Dante can stand off in the corner. That way when you all get smushed, they can just bring you all back.
그리고 말이지, 저 손톱 말이야. 저런 무늬의 매니큐어는 흔하지 않다고. 손바닥의 주인이 그 사람이 맞다면 절대 날 포기하지 않을 거야. 하우스트 씨, 당신 이게 내 마음의 길이랬나? 그렇다면 확실할 거야. 내 마음의 길은 이 이후로는 막다른 길일 예정이거든. 악몽도 길도 그 사람의 통제 밖으로 벗어나 본 적이 없었으니까.
Who is Gregor talking about? And what does he mean by a nightmare? As much as I wanted to ask him.
될 대로 되라지.
Soon enough, the giant hand cast its shadow over us, descending. Just before it reached us, it stopped to hold us in its grasp. Everything went dark. I felt a disorienting nausea of being lifted into the sky. Only Faust and I managed to find our footing while everyone else stumbled around from the vertigo. We found ourselves in another battlefield, albeit one that was more familiar to us. As far as I can tell, we're back. While traversing a narrow passage, a swarm of cockroaches crawled into the way. The rustling visage is almost revolting. Do you walk past them? Or what? Carefully move past the gross swarm. All allies lose SP. Crush the cockroaches with the sinners. Gregor loses a lot of SP. Begin a combat encounter. Win to gain an ego gift. Why would Gregor lose a lot of SP? Because he thinks of himself as a cockroach? Or a bug? Or is it the cockroach in the metaphorical sense, and it's more of the people that he knows and loves from the past? I guess I'm not sure what's going on with this one, but I want the ego gift, so I'm doing it. We're going to go all selfish probably this entire dungeon. Gregor turned away from the carnage, discontent. Soon after, a crowd of angry bug soldiers came charging for us. Gregor lost 20 SP. So there is a thing. There's a connection between bugs and the augmentations. I was just assuming it was just an augmentation. It didn't become part of who they were. But I guess if you're judged enough for having it, it would become part of your identity. And maybe he does identify with the cockroaches. I'm also really confused why the cockroaches were a thing. Why did we even care? This must be like a massive swarm. That's the only thing I can think of. It's like a river of cockroaches. Otherwise, I see bugs all the time. I walk right past them. What would make it any different in the city? The city is a horrible place. You see what I'm saying? Like, something's not adding up here, unless it's something I'm not noticing. But that would actually be a really cool touch, though, if it's true that he somehow has some sort of a connection to the cockroaches because of his augmentation. Festering Fragment. At the start of the turn, allies with 50% or less health heal 5 HP. That's going to be pretty helpful too, especially when we come up against some of the bigger abnormalities. Someone also said that there was an observation level, like the logs. These! And apparently these are really interesting. So I was kind of reading through them a little bit on my own, but if it's something people want to see, let's do it. It happened while I was passing by a jungle. It was a dense green wilderness full of tall flowers and trees, as well as outlandish bees and butterflies. You can find all kinds of unfathomably strange creatures in a place like that. For example, that flower. It's said that a plant can't normally move on its own. Once it takes root, it stays there for the rest of its life. That's what people consider a major difference between plants and animals. But those plants were like a pack of rabid beasts. A group of them charged at us, raising their teethed flowers like it was their head. Their roots morphed into limbs that no longer served the original purpose, and there didn't seem to be any space in their bodies for storing nutrients. Yet those scrawny stems were hungrily seeking the missing sustenance, continuously shoving things into the mouth, despite being unable to absorb any of it. What an odd creature that was. Oh, these are like a mobile version of a Venus flytrap. How terrifying. You get a carnivorous plant that can actually move, too. I like reading about the abnormalities and sort of seeing what the world sees in them. They were always so interesting to me in the past. In fact, that was one of the big reasons why I created Project Lore Build in the beginning. It's because I wanted to learn about all of the different abnormalities. What people see when they work with them, what people see when they first observed them, how it changed as we got more observation data. That was so interesting to me. But I was assuming, probably wrongly, but I was assuming that that would be boring to a lot of people. But if people want to see more of this, I will read more of it. I could also leave it just for the big abnormalities, the final bosses of every level. So you'll have to let me know which one you sort of like or which one you don't like. If the rule of threes hold up, this is the third floor. This should be our final boss. Although with all the remaining space of possible ego gifts we could get, probably not even close. I don't even think we're a quarter of the way through.
단테, 이 격리실압. 여태까지 만난 것들과는 다른 느낌이 들지 않나요?
Yeah, it really does. Wait, is this?
네. 황금가지가 뿌리내린 환상체가 있을 거예요.
그래도 다 온 모양이구만.
그레고르 씨, 버스로 돌아가면 카론한테 지도 보는 법을 알려줘도 될까요?
That would be nice. Someone needs to give our bus driver a lesson in how to use a map. We are lost all the time. We get there eventually.
그래. 카론이 좋아할 거야.
She'll love it, I'm sure.
그럴 리가요.
Sinclair shook his head, then dry-retched afterward. The thought of Karen actually being competent at her job makes me feel sick to my stomach, too.
돌아갈 곳이 있다는 건 좋은 거네요.
Stop it! Stop! Stop! I'm seeing bright red lights popping up like fireworks in my brain. There is poetic and literary red flags being just waved. I give up. Stop. Don't do it. God, not like this. You take the happy little bubbly side character and you give her a place to belong. Hope, joy. There's no way she's making it out of this, guys. I hate to be the one to spoil it because I don't know for a fact. But I don't think she's making it out of this. Maybe the golden bough lies within the apple. You mean the golden apple? The bright golden apple? That's glowing gold? Huh, I wonder what makes you think that. I need to click on... There we go. I was clicking. It wasn't doing anything. Turn, start, heal 10 HP per count. That's 30 HP. Holy crap. Hopefully that goes down over time. Luckily, we do 5 burn. And we also have binding on right now. Let's actually take a quick look. See what's going on with this thing. I want to take a look at the view logs because this is a big one. The golden apple. It is a he, which means that shouldn't be nearly as dangerous as even some of the other ones we fought. I is confused, but I'm assuming it probably ramps up. It levels up as it goes. Last time on Observation Log. I was a kid, so I'm not sure if I'm up to this, but I guess orders are orders. So, start with describing its appearance? Alright. That was an apple. A huge, grotesque apple with limbs. Personally speaking, doesn't it freak you out when a food item gets all massive or starts walking on its own? Is it just me? I went off topic there. Anyway, that apple was golden. Definitely not something out of your average orchard. You know, I like it. Whoever wrote this log, I'm not being facetious. I mean, it sounds facetious. I have a bad habit of that, but I like it. I like the candor of this log. We need no stinking science here. It was an apple. What else do you want from me? Obviously, I know this whole thing's going to change as the observations improve. So it's just really neat. I love the beginning parts. Right. It's what you call an abnormality, yeah? Then, yeah, that apple abnormality was strutting all by itself. So I was getting a growing urge to chop that apple. It was almost magnetic. Hard to explain. Well, you won't find a lot of people who hate apples as much as I do. How do you hate an apple? I guess that's on my unusual past. Oh, the old story of the apple stealing the significant other. It's a tale as old as time. We decided to fall back for now since we had too little intel to try and fight. We'll probably take it on at some point, so I'll write down more when that time comes. How disorganized. Were your reports as terrible during your military service? Vergelius instructed us to write these however we wanted. Dante agreed with that too. Oh my God, this is Gregor! Oh, it makes way more sense now. The candor, the jokes, the silliness, the why he hates the apples. I thought this was just a random report that we just found lying around. Because I'm so stupid. I'm used to LobCorp days when they were actual reports. See, these are way more interesting than I thought they would be. Okay, well, enough of that. That's really neat. I'm glad I actually read through those. Thank you. I should have paid more attention to who it was that suggested that, but thank you for suggesting that. I would have never seen that. So let's figure out what kind of abilities they do, because this apple seems a little terrifying. It does sprout. It's kind of a decent move. And then it also has golden fruit. That one's actually terrifying. It does take 20 damage if it loses the clash, and if we beat it, it'll lose a golden sheen, which is what's causing it to heal. So we want to make sure that if we see this little symbol, we clash and win against that. This is the move we need to pull. It is a 4. There is only one person who can manage to pull it, which means that between Ishii and Otis, I have to crack that. And that would be a 10? I have to try to beat a 10. Although it says 3 to 7, so 3 is the minimum and 7. But I thought the base attack starts at 5 and the coin gives it a +5. Maybe because our levels are higher than it or something? I'm not even going to think about it right now. This could do it. That could do it, so I'm going to clash against that right this second just to give me something. And then what else can we do? This could... I mean, this could do it too, because we could get a maximum of 21? That might be better. Just to get them out of the way. And then this looks like it's a guard skill, which means that we're going to go one-sided. It's going to be completely unopposed, but unless we flip higher than it, we're not going to be able to do any damage to it, if I'm understanding how guarding works. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes! Yes! We beat it! Oh, that's nice. That gets rid of some of the golden sheen. That gets rid of some of the healing. We're making steps toward defeating it. If we could also... I forgot how badass that move is. It always takes my breath away when I get to see some of these bigger, awesomer moves. We're doing a lot of damage. Substantially a lot of damage to the different parts. Looks like we broke one of them. That was probably Heathcliff. I'm not even going to pretend everyone else was able to do anything. Although it looks like... Did we crack everything else? What else did we learn? Anything fun? No differences in the resistances. No difference in our observation logs. They're staggered and we broke their body part. They're going to be taking a lot of extra damage. Oh gosh, a lot of extra damage. We're doing so much damage to this thing. Oh, okay, now a decision. The apple's body broke, and the raging fruit still grew. Could the golden bough really be in there? I'll go check it out, Yuri said to the others. No! Stand back! Oh, don't do it! Why did Yuri go? You're the only one that's not immortal, bro. Back up! The sinner with a bug's arm seems nervous about this. I know who Gregor is. You could just name him. Does he want to go with her, perhaps? Yes! A million times yes! Somebody go! Sloth advantage. Oh, Gregor must be the Slothson, huh? Very high! Very high. We have somebody that can save her life if something bad happens. Heathcliff, please go and protect the Yuri, the fragile little soul. I don't want anything bad to happen to Yuri, guys. I'm so apprehensive. I don't want to press the button. Do it. Go. Go, Heathcliff, go. Yeah! Oh, yeah, we won. Please, good things. The fruit's cracked shell suddenly began to rattle, as if it would jump at any moment. And Heathcliff managed to escape, but it seems Yuri couldn't. The fruit's flesh melted to form a new body. I thought the whole point of sending Heathcliff was to save Yuri. Don't feel too guilty about it. One lost life is better than 2. I can reverse the clock on Heathcliff. Heathcliff should have took the bullet. What do you mean? Can we rescue her? What am I talking about? This is Project Moon. This is the city. She's gone. I mean, I was mentally prepared for it the entire time. Because there were so many red flags, there was no shot she was making it out alive. But I had images of her and Karen fighting with one another. I had Sinclair sitting between the two, finally smiling for once, instead of having that pouty face that he just has all the time. Heathcliff getting so annoyed that he starts bashing everybody else's skulls in, and Ryoshu has to come in and break it up. And none of that gets to happen now. That's how quick life can be cut short and things can completely change. Well, I can't give up hope just yet. There may be a way to get her out, but I don't think so. I think she's gone. The golden apple formed a new body. Oh, we have to see it. The abnormality devoured Yuri in one bite. Why? She was gone without a trace. I can save the other sinners, but there's nothing I can do about Yuri. This is gonna hit him hard. Without a word, Gregor hacked and slashed away at the abnormality, as if he expected to find Yuri unscathed by slicing the apple open. I can only hope that she's still in there somehow. Not necessarily unscathed, but maybe we can get something of Yuri back. Oh, maybe it'd be worse to do that. Maybe I don't want too much of Yuri back. What's our observations show now? Has it changed? No, it hasn't changed. I was wondering if Gregor was gonna get all emotional on us in these observations. But I do need to actually take a look and see what kind of abilities they have. Main body heals 3 HP, so we don't want that. And then bleed and fragile on hit, so suddenly this becomes actually difficult. Conditions are unmet for all the passives, so I don't need to worry about any of that. Both the head and the body is destructive. The body has the highest HP. We want to focus fire the head. Should be able to beat this, or apparently not. Yeah, we did. We won. And then this is going to be easy to bring down. So much damage, and it's all focused on that head, which cracked it. That means that's fatal damage next turn. I don't know why, but I feel like the faster we can bring this down, the more chances that we might have to get Yuri out, even though I have a feeling that Yuri's gone. I don't want to accept that. Not yet. I can be sad after I know she's gone for good. Did I crack the head and everything? Ooh, immobilized. Does not act this turn. What does immobilized 2 mean? Does that mean 2 turns it doesn't act? Sinking, that's obviously a thing. Minus 10% chance to flip heads, reduced by 1 at turn start. We also have tons of most people have at least enough SP, so why don't we start doing some ego and see if we can rack up some major damage, even if we go into the minus for it. And this is what's going to take the fatal damage right now. I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly, because I want to try to beat it in as few moves as possible, only for the sake of maybe Yuri can be resurrected somehow that way. I try to stay hopeful, but I got some bad feelings. I don't think this is gonna work, guys. I think Yuri's gone. Still have to kill it no matter what, so even if Yuri is gone. That was some pretty sizable damage. Oh, we're rolling really well. I guess flipping would probably be better. We're flipping pretty well. We're doing flipping well. I'm used to dice and the ranges and stuff. Oh, see? That one, it flipped wrong. Have I not done this one before? This is adorable. Their imaginary steed, the boots. I love everything about Don Quixote. I do. I just adore them just as a person. It's just a fun character. This idea that as they imagine the world, that is how it is, just is really endearing to me. What else do we do? I mean, we're going first with Heathcliff. Why don't I just go unopposed one-sided with Heathcliff? If they get heads, we still need to get heads. But it should be fine. Then we'll do enough damage to break it this turn. That is, unless it does something else. Because the other one's transformed twice? So this one might transform twice too. The mass of maggots falls apart in a hail of silent screams. Beyond that, I see a wave of radiant golden glow. Yeah! Yuri's okay! It's the golden bow, isn't it? Is that the golden bow? Just as I begin to approach it, the apple begins to tremble. No, not a third
저
phase!
혹시 림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신 분들 맞나요?
Yeah. Yeah, it's us. Yuri, are you okay in there? Yuri, you okay? Even though I had clearly seen it devour her, I couldn't stop myself from asking.
버스로 돌아가면 카론한테 알려줘도 될까요?
Yeah, you can! Then I saw a glimpse of the pink locks of the hair that Rodiah took a liking to. Oh no! It's not just a third phase. It's using Yuri against us. She's dead. That's not her anymore. It's trying to emotionally manipulate us. Gah! Yuri's head stood motionless, facing Gregor. Her face was upright. However, the Yuri we knew, the Yuri who accompanied us, was always hunched over, slouched and laden as though it were the obligation of the sole survivor to carry the weight of her dead colleagues. So I had no reason to hesitate to warn him. That's not Yuri, Gregor.
그래. 내 생각에도 그런 것 같아.
Yeah, she's dead. Gregor accepts it calmly. I would expect nothing less from someone who probably watched all of the people he cared about get ripped to shreds and die in the smoke wars, and then be honored as a hero because of it. He then outstretches his arm, sending it flying towards Yuri. Yet, it soon pauses mid-air.
죽고 싶지 않았어요.
Cut her down, Gregor. I don't know if this is the right thing to do as the manager.
그 누구도 죽고 싶어 하진 않았어요.
I believe you. I believe you both as Yuri and as the abnormality controlling Yuri. But I had to shout at Gregor, now to stop him from breaking. Cut it now!
저는 죽기 싫어요.
이건
The verminous arm stopped inches away from piercing the civilian's throat. I pulled against it with all my might, but it wouldn't budge.
살려주세요. 돈을 있는 대로 다 드릴게요.
여자를 놔줘. 아니면 대응 공격을 하겠다.
내 팔을 잘라줘. 어서!
다시 말한다. 놔주지 않으면
달라고!
As the dismembered arm falls to the ground, she slides down the wall, gasping. However, peace doesn't last long. The arm starts regenerating from its twitching stump.
괜찮으십니까?
가까이 오지 마. 가까이 오면 안 돼.
The regrown arm rushes forward, as if it remembered the pain it suffered mere moments ago. So he's already had to endure all of that too? The arm sort of controls him in moments. It lashes out to protect itself. And now he has to drive himself to lash out at what remains of Yuri.
그레고로 과장님, 항상 존경하고 있습니다.
That is a low blow. If that abnormality is playing that sound now.
존경하지 마. 난 내가 원해서 참전한 것도 아니야.
그럼 난 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요? 살아남은 게 죄예요?
그냥 살아가 제발.
우리가 원해서 이 비극 속에 떨어진 거 아니잖아.
끝에 끝에서 결실을 목전에 두고 멈추다니 실로 개탄스럽군.
뭐 우리야 좋지. 잡지 않은 기회는 유찰될 뿐이야.
Yuri's head tumbles to the ground. It wasn't Gregor's doing. Yuri's mouth opens and lets something out. It was a tree branch, radiating a bright golden glow.
가지를 찾고 있었니?
Who are they? Ah, they were following us, letting us clear the way.
당신
생각보단 좀 작다. 그치? 난 헤르만이라고 해. 앞으로 자주 보게 될 거야. 왜냐하면 우리는 가지가 필요하고 너희는 가지를 찾을 수 있고.
Wouldn't it have been better to not tell us your secret awesome plan? Wouldn't it have been better to surprise us the second time too? Although we would have pieced it together pretty quickly, so maybe... They probably feel like they can overpower us at any moment, so us knowing doesn't affect anything. God, I hate how overconfident they are. I now have a purpose to my life, and it's to make their lives as miserable as possible.
너희는 죽지 않지만 우린 너희를 죽일 거니까.
And they know. They really do. How do they know? Herman nudges Yuri's head with her foot. Leave her alone. They're also just trying to draw out the anger in Gregor. That way he lashes out. It's so much easier to counterattack when you know exactly where someone's coming from. When they're calm, cool, and collected, it's hard to deal with them.
물론 지금은 말고. 황금 가지는 우리 쪽에서 안전하게 수거해 갈게.
Heathcliff! Now!
구보, 나의 벗. 이것이 그대가 선택한 길이오.
맞아. 이젠 몇 안 남았지.
오랜만이네, 형.
It's a family reunion! What are you doing?
네 옷에 더러운 냄새가 나는 거 알고 있어? 지금 꼴을 가족들이 봤어야 했는데.
아주 만남의 광장이로군.
내가 준 선물은 잘 간직하고 있어, 아들? 고작 이런 꼬락서니가 되라고 준 건 아니었는데.
바란 적 없어. 한 번도.
Is that your mom? They have the same hair. Not the same eyes, but they have the same hair, unless it's a metaphorical thing. Maybe she was the manager that did this to his arm or something. Cool. So many emotions. So many emotions. What is happening? I can't pin down just one right now.
그래도 포장지는 마저 뜯어야지. 고작 그 능력이 내가 준 전부가 아니거든.
자, 인사는 여기까지.
The man called Jehuan clapped twice. Then everything went dark. Like waking from a long nightmare to the break of dawn. After some time passed,
쉬운 임무라고 생각했는데
not one good thing happened. Not one. Not one happily ever after happened. I mean, it's amazing. Literally, that is the greatest plot twist I think I've ever seen. Because we're related to, everybody's related to everybody on the other team. Of course, other people are going to be after the very thing that produces enkephalin, which is an unlimited energy source. What the heck were we thinking?
눈앞에서 황금 가지를 빼앗기고 당당히도 복귀했군.
I understand the disappointment, but you're not aware of what we just ran into? It was a big family reunion.
나의 과대평가였나?
You're mad at me? Why? What did I do?
파우스터 씨, 변명이라도 해보는 게 어떨지.
불멸만이 해답은 아니더군요.
당신은 할 말이 없습니까, 단테?
There was another group going after the golden bow. You had to have known this, so why didn't you warn me?
황금 가지를 노리고 왔던 다른 세력에 대해 물어보네요.
Faust placidly relayed my words to Vergilius.
설마 내게 책임을 묻는 겁니까?
I mean, maybe? I wouldn't say it's all Vergi's fault. We do need to plan ahead for any contingency, but that's a big that is a big task to try to plan ahead for. Everybody's relatives just happen to stroll in and be better than us in almost every way. What do I do with that?
되묻죠, 단테. 아무런 위협 세력이 없는 곳에 12이나 되는 자들을 내려보낼 이유가 있습니까? 해결사까지 추가로 고용해가면서 말이지.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. But Vergi, not everybody thinks of all of the people that were actually down there as no threats, and the abnormalities as no threats. It sounds like he's literally saying, hey, I sent you in a place that had 0 threats. Obviously, you should have known that there would be threats showing up. But you sent us with garbage fixers. They were garbage. They betrayed us at one point. Wherever Hopkins is, I'm dismembering Hopkins. That way he can watch himself slowly die. I don't think that's cruel. This is the city. You get to do whatever you want in the city, and then the sweepers will eat it. So, it's fine. That's...
됐어, 관리자 양반. 그건 내 탓이야. 책망하려면 나에게...
Don't throw yourself in front of this buzzsaw. It's okay. Dante and Vergi are having a lover's quarrel. Let this play out.
걸작이군. 만난 지 얼마나 되었다고 벌써부터 전우의 냄새를 풍기는지. 뭐 피차 한 배에 묶인 자들끼리 감싸주는 게 나쁘다곤 하진 않겠지만 치부를 감싸주는 게 무능함을 가릴 수 있다고 착각하진 않아줬으면 좋겠어.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. We didn't get the job done that we were supposed to get done. Blame us. I get it. But instead of dwelling on the past, now what are we going to do right now?
연락이 왔습니다. 애프터 팀의 특별작전 사과가 지하로 진입, 작전을 수행한다고 하네요.
그래, 그래야겠지. 남은 애고와 환상체라도 회수해야 할 테니 정작 중요한 정수는 이렇지만 말이야.
Vergalicious has taken a deep breath and now not going to rip somebody's head off.
뒤끝이 길군.
Until Otis opened her mouth. Shush, shush now. Take your pretty face and go somewhere else before it gets ripped off.
전장에서 실패는 늘에 있는 법이다. 목표를 달성하지 못했다면 다시 작전을 세워 재투입을 할 뿐이지. 첫 작전에서 너무 많은 걸 바라는 게 아닌가? 관리자님은 첫 지휘라고는 믿을 수 없는 성과를 보여주었다만.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
이쯤 해두지. 뭐 아주 틀린 말을 한 것도 아니니까.
Oh, no ripping and shredding. Aw, that Vergie's getting soft on us.
그렇죠.
A little smile too. Oh, everyone's in such a good mood for us having just completely failed on every front of every objective. This is the first time that I got 100% on something in my life. 100% failure. Yay! We should celebrate. There seems to be an uncanny tension between Vergelius and Faust. But right now, I had neither the energy nor the willpower left in me to get inquisitive. The bus reeked with the metallic stench of blood and gore that clung to our outfits, but no one thought to open the windows. I feel like we would just get used to it. It's been nothing but a bloodbath the entire time. Not only that, but you know how stinky the branch of Elcorp had to be? So, oh, you know what it is. The adrenaline is wore off. We're calming down. We're noticing the small things. This is a really good literary device to show that the tension has been broken. Wow. Man, it's these small details. And no one had the urge to have a change of clothes. All of us just sat in place, dwelling on silence. Gregor, who had the most defeated look of them all, stared despondently out the window. Then, he suddenly went to hang something from his pockets near the windshield of the bus. Don't be the gas mask. I can't take that emotionally right now.
벌레 양반, 메피의 머리에 뭘 매단 거야?
유품. 두 사람의 유품이다. 딱 유리 씨만한 여동생이 있었거든. 그냥 그랬었다고.
I considered giving him a pep talk, but the idea quickly dissipated, because I would have broken down into tears in the middle of it. Ishmael wore a grieving look, Sinclair was quietly weeping, and Rodiah let out a distressed sigh. If they couldn't offer him any encouragement, what good would I do?
결혼 시야에 방해가 되진 않겠나?
카루는 괜찮아.
그래, 출발하지.
부릉부릉.
The bus slowly grumbled forward. The gas mask, hanging by the windshield, gently swayed like an ornament. Wow, what an end to chapter 1. Oh my god, the music. The music has just snapped me out of my mood. Oh, except it's sad. Of course it is. Who is singing this? Is that Gregor's voice actor? Or does it just sort of sound like him? My guy. Boy, have we been through a lot. All of us. But I couldn't imagine the kind of pain Gregor is going through right now. Look at everybody. Even Dante, who's brand new to the bus.
괜찮아